Baby, don't hang on. The first move failed. Emotion did not change anything. The tears were sincere, the regret was visible, and the road kept moving exactly as it was moving. The second move failed. Promise did not deliver anything. The honey tree stayed on the horizon like a beautiful lie that never has to prove itself. So now the ego reaches its final strategy. Not tears, not hope, but grip. When suffering can't buy mercy and desire can't guarantee reward, the ego tightens its hands around whatever it believes it has earned. This is where the third song enters. Not as poetry, not as romance, as a warning. Baby, don't hang on is not cruel. It is precise. Because attachment is the ego's last stand. After emotion fails and fantasy collapses, holding feels like the only remaining power. If something can be possessed, it can be protected. If it can be protected, loss can be postponed. And if loss can be postponed, the illusion can survive a little longer. Floyd does not arrive here suddenly. He arrives here logically. Gripping is what happens when hope hardens. What began as yearning becomes entitlement. What was once imagined sweetness becomes something that must not be taken away. The ego no longer asks. It claims. It says, after all this, I deserve this. It says, after all this waiting, I get to keep this. It says, after all this suffering, don't ask me to release it. This is the moment where attachment reveals its true purpose. Not love, control. Hanging on is not devotion. It is fear wearing loyalty's face. It is the refusal to accept that nothing real needs to be held. The ego believes holding creates safety, but holding only creates tension. Muscles strain, breath shortens, the mind narrows, and peace becomes impossible because peace requires open hands. This is why the warning is necessary. Not dramatic, not shouted, just spoken clearly. Baby, don't hang on, because everything being gripped is already slipping. Not because the world is cruel, because it was never yours to secure. Hanging on is the ego's attempt to stop cause and effect with force. But force only proves belief in vulnerability. It proves the mind still believes something can be lost, still believes something can be taken, still believes peace depends on possession. It proves the mind still believes the world holds the verdict. So the ego grabs harder, and the harder it grabs, the more it confirms the danger it claims to prevent. This is the hidden insanity of control. It tries to solve fear by practicing fear. It tries to produce safety by rehearsing attack. It tries to stabilize life by choking it. Holding is exhausting because it is unnatural. The body knows it. The mind knows it. Even the heart knows it. But the ego calls the exhaustion love, so it can keep the grip respectable. It says, if I let go, it means I never cared. It says, if I release, I will be empty. It says, if I stop holding, I will disappear. And that is the truth hiding in the warning. Yes, the separate self does disappear. Not by death, by correction, by the end of bargaining, by the recognition that nothing real was ever at stake. This is where the trilogy resolves. Tears didn't work because emotion is not cause. Hope didn't work because time is not salvation. And holding won't work because control is not safety. Each strategy failed for the same reason. They were all attempts to negotiate with the world instead of questioning the mind. The town was never the trap. The road was never the threat. The song was never the curse. They were mirrors. And the final mirror is this. Nothing real can be held because nothing real can be lost. The hands that open discover they were never empty. The grip that releases finds no ground falling away beneath it. Only relief, only stillness, only the end of the entire performance. This is not a tragedy. It is mercy. Because it ends the exhausting belief that peace must be earned through effort. To stop pleading is mercy. To stop seeking is mercy. To stop gripping is mercy. Because the journey was never about getting somewhere. It was about undoing the belief that you had to. Baby, don't hang on. Not because something bad will happen if you do, but because nothing bad ever happened that required it in the first place. And that is how the song ends.